look at me. Y'all need to get y'all's poo in order, okay? You need to get your together. I've been saying this for years, but people stopped listening to me, so I just stopped talking about it. Please take a moment now to like and subscribe if you haven't already.
You're just noisy and you're not letting your mama film the show. Oh, buddy, I'm terribly sorry. Can you get your mom some Zuckies?
Check this out, you're not gonna believe this. Louis Armstrong called. He said he wanted to sing my opening jingle. Can you believe this guy?
Sincerely, Sammy. Sincerely, Sammy Shaw.
I've already done an entire episode on probiotics, highlighting Visbiome, and we'll talk about it a bit in this episode too. But today, we'll discuss not just probiotics, but prebiotics too. Let's start with the difference between the two. The pro in probiotics comes from the Latin root word for for, and the pre in prebiotics from the Latin root word for before. So if we add bioticus, the Latin word meaning about life, and put everything back together again, prebiotics are before life and probiotics are for life. Simply put, prebiotics are food for the probiotics, and probiotics are the actual living critters themselves. And there are good pre and probiotics out there. Obviously, my number one choice for a probiotic supplement is Visbiome. It contains 112.5 billion probiotics per capsule and must be kept refrigerated, even while being transported, a key distinction for high-quality probiotic supplements.
That's because the active component in any probiotic is actual living bacterial strains.
And what most probiotic supplement companies don't like to discuss is that probiotic bacteria can die if they are exposed to even room temperature conditions in the long term. Probiotic supplements that have been designed to be shelf stable are simply less potent. And there are many different unrefrigerated options out there, but they've sacrificed quality for lower cost and accessibility. If Visbiome is out of your price range, you're better off not buying a probiotic supplement at all and focusing instead on your intake of sugar-free organic kombucha, kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut.
Das ist nicht wunderbar.
There are many brands of kombucha, a probiotic drink,
but they contain sugar.
So my go-to kombucha brand is Liquid Remedy. It's sugar-free and organic, and they have 6 different yummy flavors to choose from. In my fridge is always kept a bottle of organic, plain because that means there are no added sugars, whole milk kefir, a probiotic drinkable yogurt. And to help me get to sleep before bedtime each night, I take 3 or 4 giant sips of it.
Sipping on some scissor, sipping on some Sammy, sipping on some scissor, sipping on some 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 sipping on.
If you'd prefer to nourish your microbic critters via a drink,
Whole Foods carries a prebiotic by Poppi.
the flavor lemon lime has the least amount of sugar at only 3 grams per 12 ounces, but only 2 grams of dietary fiber. And you really should be getting 28 grams of fiber per day to keep your gut microbiome healthy. Your best bet is not to consume prebiotic drinks, but instead ensure you're eating foods like onions, garlic, grains, bananas, beans, and lentils, which are naturally rich in multiple types of fiber to keep your gut microbes well fed. Eating diverse, brightly colored vegetables daily, ideally organic, is one of the best things you can do for your health. Now, let's talk about the science!
Science! She blinded me!
Probiotics are created partly via fermentation, a biochemical process that happens when microorganisms such as bacteria, mold, and yeast convert the sugars and starches found in food to carbon dioxide, lactic acid, alcohol, and other compounds. Because these live microorganisms that are found in fermented foods can produce vitamins and other healthful nutrients, eating multiple servings of fermented foods daily can reduce inflammation and improve the diversity of your gut microbiome, which could lower your risk of chronic disease. The more robust, diverse, and resilient your gut flora, the more resilient, healthy, and strong you'll be. But enough about that. I think it's time for some cat. Okay, that's it for this show, he, she's, and theys. Be sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, have fun, be safe, and try to learn some stuff.
Talking about credit, where credit is due. Slipping and slap together for Sammy. What a wonderful career.